Good morning, beautiful people. We're live just so Joanna joins us. She's got the perfect timing, man. Hopefully, she can hear us. Can you hear us, Joanna? We cannot hear you, though. You're not muted on my end. Let's see. Where was I? Good morning, everyone. Got the full crew here. We just need Alicia. So we get Alicia in here, and we'll have all of our main characters. She's going to try to log back in, see if it works. I shared the link in all the writing places. So if anyone jumps on and wants to get some writing done, we're excited to have you. We do 30-minute sprints and then 10-minute breaks.
Are you there?
Yes, I got you this time.
All right.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Good, good. So in the chat, if you just want to let us know what it is you are working on, I will be working on book 4. I am doing the final draft, and then there'll be one more revision, and it will be ready for proofreaders. So I'm very excited about that. And or copy editor. This one needs copy editing. And yeah, so we're very excited. I went and visited those cisterns this weekend, Joanna. It's so cool. I got it all wrong though in my book, so I'm glad I went and looked it up so I can fix it. If you're talking, I can't hear you again. Yeah.
I
There you
asked
go.
if you had pictures.
I do. I actually took some videos, except I forgot to take a video of when they clap because it is a 17-second on average echo. Like
Wow.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't take a video of that, but I have videos of all kinds. It's so cool. And I had a lot of the details wrong. That's one of those things. Just doing pictures online does not cut it. Like the things that the docent was telling us because we took a tour, right? It was only
Mm-hmm.
$15 per person. It's worth every penny. And so we a lot of the things he was saying I already knew because that you could look up online. But the
Mm-hmm.
effect of it, the way it smelled, which by the way was nothing, it smelled like nothing at all. Um, the in my descriptions I said because I figured because they keep water in it that they'd have to have chlorine, right, to kill things, and
Uh-huh.
then it was underground, so sulfur. So I described it like the chlorine and sulfur smell made it smell like a swimming pool in hell, right? But it doesn't. It has no smell at all. So all of
Huh.
these things, they don't have to do anything for the mosquitoes because the mosquitoes just don't get in, and they flush the water out regularly enough that if a mosquito happens to get in there on a person, right, which can happen, as we well know, those mosquitoes are persistent. Um, it it doesn't have a chance to make a bunch of babies and fill the place up with mosquitoes. And it's so clean, right? It's sterile practically. That there's no any kind of there were no bugs. There's nothing. So it's very very clean and pristine. And it was just the effect of the water and it everything. I got so much wrong. I'm so glad we went.
That's good.
And there's a skate park right next to it.
Hey, you know, I should take my walker.
Yes. Well, actually, you can take whichever instrument you need to help if you want to tour, um, and
I
then you
was
can
saying to the
go hit
skate
the
park.
skate park. I know. Then you could go hit the skate park, because it's just concrete around the cistern, all underground. So of course it got cooler. That part I got right. But we're in October though in my book, so it's you know
Okay, so it'd be really cool.
yeah. Well, it's about the same. It's like a cave, right? A cave
Yeah.
stays the average temperature of whatever the location is. So because it takes so long for it to get hot or cold, it just stays the average temperature, which is why usually it's cooler. But if you go in the winter, they're warmer, right? Um, but So it was cooler than the 100 degrees outside, but it wasn't cold, right? Um, but it was really cool. And then the dude, the Manny was our tour guide, and
Uh-huh.
Manny sang because they do concerts and stuff in there. I would love to go back and hear a concert because it just the effect is incredible. They thought about bulldozing it when they were remodeling that whole area, Buffalo Bayou, but they decided to make it this attraction instead. And they do art installations. They had numbers on the wall. You could tell that was so that they knew where to put their art and stuff. Um, and art and whatever, but music, I'm in. So that sounds really, really fun. And he
Yeah,
says,
that
"Oh,
would be really cool.
right." And so he said, "Oh, I'm gonna sing, right?" And he sung the opening song to a Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I'm looking at the people around me, going, "I wonder how many people know what he's singing right now."
Yeah, you have to be a certain
Age and geek.
age and weirdo-ness.
Yep. Sadly, I meet both categories, or proudly. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it.
You know, the first time I saw that film, I was babysitting. That was a summer job I had until I was of legal age to have a real job.
Uh huh.
So I was probably 14, and these little kids I was babysitting was like, "Do you want to see the coolest film ever?"
That means their parents were the coolest ever.
Right. And so we sat down together, and my jaw was just on my chest the entire time. And I kept looking at this little 8 and 9 year old like, what the hell
Your
are
mom
we
let you watch this?
watching? I was just like, oh, it was, I got schooled by these little kids because they were blown away. So when I was a freshman in high school, my parents took the TV out of our house, and I
Uh-huh.
don't remember for the rest of the time I was at home. I don't remember it coming back. And I just did other things, so it didn't
Right.
bother me. But
Uh-huh.
there's this whole gap that when I got older, I had missed. And so people around me had to fill me in. And this little 8 and 9 year old, we're going to make the summer count, with what we were watching together. And that was we watched that one. We watched Spaceballs. And I was like, who are your parents?
I don't know, but they're the coolest people ever. We totally should have been friends, man.
Oh, yeah. Like, if I had known, oh my gosh, what I know now, I would have been like besties,
We're
you
Alicia.
know?
We were talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show, and welcome. So glad to see you. We were hoping you were coming. You're part of the team now. We might have to give you a link
Heck
so you can
yes.
stream with us. That's right.
Mm,
So Alicia is getting breakfast and pulling her writing stuff together. Yay! Yay! Yeah, we were talking about I went and saw that cistern, so I get to write that chapter and make it pretty. Which reminds me, let me open my document. I have not done that yet. Kelly. The power went out, so my computer went off, and then I forgot to open anything back up I needed. Emergence Spectre. Excellent. All right, so I will be rewriting the description part of the beginning of this chapter, and then I will be adding words. So I'm very excited. Alicia loves Rocky Horror Picture Show too.
nice.
Except the ending. The ending sucks. Come on, people, you can do better than that. But I have found in my lifelong love of musicals, the second act is always iffy. Like in every one of them.
So I love musicals, but I didn't get into like some of the more modern ones until I was older. One of my go-to loves when I just need to retreat from the world is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. It's
Mm.
terrible according to today's standards, totally terrible. So I watched that one last night because I have like this four set. And then I put in Showboat, which I'd never seen before. And Philip
Aw.
came in and he was like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "Well, something that's not politically correct for today's day.
Yeah, none of those old ones are.
No, they
Mm-mm.
weren't. But,
No.
and I was like, I just have to consider the time period. But holy Hannah, I was just sitting there like,
The problem is I can ignore old movies, but old musicals, it's the music. You see what it's like?
yeah,
Yeah, what y'all are talking about sucks, but man, this is a great song.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And some of their voices, I was just
Yes.
like,
More
oh my
operatic sometimes.
gosh.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, yes. And that's what I love because I clean listening to them, So
Hmm.
I'm just buzzing around and picked up the dog and twirled him, and he was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, we watched South Pacific again the other day, and that was one of those like,
Oh,
ooh, this one is just not appropriate. And South Pacific was more progressive, um,
yeah.
but nowadays it's still way backwards.
Yep. Yep. This is not something I'd have friends over and show it to them. Nope, nope, nope.
Right. Too much to explain. I don't. Yeah, unless you
Yep,
already
not gonna
love
go
it.
there.
Um, Awesome. All right. So let us start our first sprint. I'm assuming we have everything ready. Alicia, you got your stuff out. You ready to go? I do have my water. I have my document open. It was a rough weekend too. So a fun weekend, but lots of stuff Sunday. And again, I thank y'all for being here because I would not have gotten up to write if y'all were not going to be here. I'll tell you that right now. I tried to consider as I'm laying in my bed how I can cancel and I couldn't figure it out. So here I am. That's what it takes, man. All right. Countdown timer start. Look at that. Monday morning, and we've already been productive.
That's amazing stuff.
Right? I might be having my typical problem after doing research, and that's trying not to put all the details in because we actually need to get on with the story.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. It's hard not to describe it. I might just let my little heart describe all I want, and my revisionist jerk will just cross out whatever's not necessary.
Yep. Yep.
So, how did you
Might
do?
as well. I did good. I did good. I posted a blog post this morning, so I was like kind of getting things out and all that stuff.
I
So
do one of those too. Yep.
it's
In our
like,
reading club.
yeah. Yeah, my meds made me super sleepy last week, the way that they changed everything, and now I'm like in insomnia. Like it's a equal. I'm trying to find the balance between how much to caffeinate and how not. So I've been up since like 2 a.m. I'm like, wow, my list of accomplishments are outstanding.
Like, I've rocked it
Oh,
today. I don't know about y'all lazy people
oh
sleeping in.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be going to bed at noon.
I mean, there are worse things than going to bed at noon, I think. It's quiet then when you're up and working, right?
It was wonderful. I left the dogs in the kennel and they were looking at me like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Peace. Peace is what I'm after." But I'm like 2 loads of dishes later, cleaned out the fridge and the freezer, all kinds of stuff, and got in here and I was like, "Whoa. JoJo might be back, y'all."
Like, these meds are working. Maybe not the way you intended, but they're working.
Clackety clack, don't look back, I mean, type thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it. Let's see. Alicia got breakfast and started chapter 3. Wrote 506 words. Nice. For getting breakfast, too. That's pretty
Nice.
darn good.
30 minutes, 500. Yes.
Yeah, you got this. You got
Rolling.
this. I just want you to know, if you finish your book before myself or Joanna, we're going to be really, really jealous.
No, we can't let that happen.
No, we got to get on it. This newbie up here, like all excited and actually writing and stuff.
It will be like shame, shame.
Oh, I forgot to start the break. I'm going to say we're probably at 8 minutes, and it's probably close enough. We'll, uh, yeah, I think we're good. I mean, I'm ready to get back in. How about you?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Let me hit the timer, switch scenes. All right, we're in writing sprints mode now. Oh, Jan also came, by the way.
Nice.
So I told her yesterday, she was like, I don't know, man, it's early in the morning. I said, don't make me have Joanna call you.
That's right. That's right. Like, listen, buddy.
Uh-huh. Yep, Jen says she's ready, and Alicia says she does write 60 words per minute. But I know there will come a time when I slow down. Yeah. I mean, I write 84. I can type 84 words a minute, but that's not the same thing as writing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's
Typing is
not the
different
same.
than writing. Yeah. Yep, Alicia's going to feed a little one and then more writing. We're going to have to see what happens, Alicia. Do your kids go to school? Do you homeschool? Because I'm wondering what happens when school starts. Because we need you here, man. And Joanna, we don't know what's going to happen with you when school starts either.
No, no, I'm still in free fall mode. We'll find out.
Yeah. Oh, Jan says she probably would have called. You probably would have called her at 2 a.m.
Right? Then like knock, 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 knock. Jen, Jen.
I
It
mean,
was
I'm
like
up.
it was like my husband when I went in all chipper and I was like, "Are you up yet?" And he was like, I'm like, "I've made your lunch." And he's like, and I'm like, "I'm going now." It was this whole scene. He got out. Then he was like, "So, how long have you been up?" And I was like, "Well," he was like, we're going to need to look for some balance here. And I'm like, no kidding.
He's like, I'm glad you're feeling better, but yet.
And I
Yes.
wanted a cup of coffee before this meeting, before we got on so bad. But I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to take a nap at noon if I have a cup of coffee. I mean, I'm still Tasmanian devil right now. So, but it's like the first time I've genuinely felt good in like 2 years.
You're like, I want to take advantage.
I'm like, ah!
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alicia says that her kids start school August 11th and they start at 9 a.m. So I drive them to school in the 8 a.m. hour. Yeah, that's going to be the tough part. So maybe we'll only get her in the second hour instead of the first hour because she's Eastern time, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. No worries. We shall be here the best that we can. Too bad we're not Eastern time because then we'd be on the same time. It would be okay. Well, that just means she'd have to miss the second hour. No, actually, if we were Eastern time, she couldn't come at all because she'd be getting them ready for school and then dropping them off. So actually, this is
Yeah.
better. All right, I'm gonna start the second timer. 30 minutes. Go. Well, there is our second sprint. And apparently, this is working because I was very in the middle of writing, which is fantastic. How about you, Joanna?
Moving through stuff, yeah. I don't have as many words as I would like this 30 minutes. I got 258, but moving and shaking and moving things around. So, but yeah, it's good. It's good. I was in it. I looked up at the clock and I was like, 30 seconds. Where'd that half an hour go?
Like, how is this possible? I don't understand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's already 8:20. Like, we've been rocking it. So, yep. Nope. I have no idea how many words I get in. A couple pages.
It's
Because I
good.
keep changing how I want to describe the thing. That's the problem is I'm at the stage where I'm trying to make it right, not just done. I already have a done one. But this one needs to be right. So, mm. How about y'all? How did you do out there, Jan? Jan said too much math. I think she was talking about when we were doing the time zones. Alicia, I got the little one breakfast and finished chapter 3, starting chapter 4, about 600 words. Man, Alicia's
Very
rocking it. I
nice.
love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. I love it. It's like nano time. There's something exciting about all writing together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we
We
know what
have
we'll
to
do in
do our
November.
own nano and not November.
Yeah. Pick a time.
Whoever chose November does not have a family or any kind of. Like, why did you choose November? Do you understand how busy November is? And I always did really good the first 2 weeks, and then after that, I mean, I gotta clean the house, I gotta get things ready, I gotta prep, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like it was like, you
Yeah.
obviously do not get your family together for Thanksgiving
I
if you
always
thought
did
that I
good.
could keep this up.
I did good like the first weekend. And then it's like I just determined I would wait until Thanksgiving break because those last 10 days and just and it was just fine, but I hardly ever hit that 50,000 words because you can only do so much. But but my favorite thing about it was the camaraderie. I was like, why
Yep,
don't we do this all year round?
yep, same. I agree. Without such lofty goals, you make whatever your goals are. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
But let's meet and let's get this writing done at
yeah.
the time. I agree.
Well,
I
let's do
agree.
quality writing rather than quantity, but have the camaraderie because that's what I need. I struggle to get in this chair by myself. Like,
Same, same.
uh,
And I need it in the morning. That's the problem too, right? So everyone with like normal time jobs, like this is great time for like people on the mountain time.
yeah,
If you're in mountain time, this is great, man. Um, I might be able to get up an hour earlier, but I'd like to walk the dog then. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'd like to do the
yeah,
hour earlier. So that's the hard part. But because by the time it gets to the evening, my brain doesn't work anymore. I can't. Writing is takes too much of my brain. Um, or that's not true. Writing takes too much of my willpower to make myself focus. That even in the morning I have problems with it. In the evening, I can't do it at all. So it's just I've spent so much time all day making my brain do things that by the time the
yeah.
evening comes, I don't have it in me to make it do things anymore.
Yeah, like one of the things I'll do in the evenings if I don't have the ability to write is I'll do social media stuff or
Mhm.
whatever, the
Yeah.
brain dead stuff where it's like cut and paste and move stuff around. Or I don't mind so much in the evenings rough drafting, like working on my dump drafts, or whatever, just something just to have the create something I'm not worried about it being clean.
Mhm.
This is just spitting out ideas. But as far as like something I'm trying to take to print, there's no way. My evenings I'm spent.
Yeah. I
And
just
I'm
can't make
trying
myself
so
do it.
hard not to future trip. Like if I get a job, I'm like, man, this is working so good for me. It will not future trip. It's working today.
Yeah. I do acknowledge that this is privilege, that I can do this. The only thing I could think is if I had a full time job, not a teacher job, that's different. But if I had a full
Yeah.
time job, I could get to work early, since most jobs
Yeah.
don't start until 9, right? So I could go to work
Right.
early, get up at 6, like I do anyways, get dressed, get to work,
Yeah.
or my desk, whatever I'm doing, right? And then right between 7 and 9, and then start working at 9, right? I could do that.
Yeah.
But teaching's
And I
different.
can see myself doing that. Like I did that before I started teaching when I was
Yep.
still working for a law firm. I would get there early, like, and
Mhm.
when I say early, I would get to the office like 6:30. I'd
Mhm.
have my breakfast because that way I don't get caught in that stupid commute, you know. I mean, have my breakfast, start slow and easy, and then at
Mhm.
9 when everyone's coming in and water coolering, I'm like, let's go. Let's
Yep.
go,
Yep. You're like,
you
I've already
know.
done that part. We're gonna work now. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you
And
know, if you
then
get that
that
kind of job, we can still do this. You would just do this from work
yeah,
instead. Do you see what I mean?
I
Yep.
know.
Yep. So we'll cross our
Yeah.
fingers.
Well, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna take it a day at a time and not worry about it. No future tripping here. Oh my gosh.
Good. You're here with me forever. I have you.
Yes. Yes. Ah.
Let's see. Alicia says, and now the other one is awake. Yeah. Again, Joanna and I
Ugh.
have been there. We get it, Alicia, man. We get it.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. And Alicia said that's her, and she's great to get some writing done. Yeah. Same. 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 I have a hard time adjusting when school starts. Yep. I agree. That's the hard part. So I agree with you, Joanna. Let's enjoy it now, and we'll worry about that when it gets here. Because sadly, it'll
That's
be all
right.
too soon.
Uh-huh. We'll blink.
That's right.
Like, how are we on July 14th?
I know. Uh, and do remember that I am going to Florida on Friday. So Thursday will be my
Uh-huh.
last sprint this week. I don't remember if I scheduled through Thursday because I didn't remember when we were leaving. If I didn't, I'll put a Thursday one up so I can do it through Thursday. But we're leaving like 5 a.m.
Okay.
on Saturday or Friday, and it's a 10-hour drive, so we will be gone.
Okay. Well, I'll just run it through mine. We'll do it on my YouTube and it'll be live on my YouTube and my Facebook page.
Okay, so we'll share the we'll share your link.
Yep.
What's your
We'll
YouTube?
share. It is James Jordan author, I think. I think that's where it is. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, though. Yep, it's JM Jordan _ author.
I don't know
And
if
you
it'll
can
let
see
you
the
type
one from.
in, but it let me type in. Let me make sure that works. It did,
And
but
it's
you
the
know,
same for Facebook Live as well. JM Jordan _ author. So either place you want to follow along. I'll have the YouTube up so I can see the YouTube chat. But like there's the one that I did on July 4th when you weren't with us. So
perfect. So I just subscribed with Curse Dragon Chip.
excellent.
And yeah, and I put it in the chat so people can see it.
Cool beans. And we'll just announce it like every day, I guess, if there's anyone new that comes along. We'll be
Yeah, and
here.
Alicia's up too. So if I'm not here, she will be there, and I will show you, Joanna, how to schedule
Okay.
sprints. So I had to figure that out. You'll want a thumbnail though, and then if you schedule some, I can give you this one.
Yeah, when you guys get back, I think I need to come like on a weekend when Kev's not working or something and like get some tutorials going on because StreamYard's costly. I mean, I like it because it's super like user friendly. Like I don't have to know very, but I tried doing the stuff that you do and I was like,
Yeah, OBS
I just
is
stopped. I was like,
it's challenging. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
I
was
watch
like,
lots of videos,
okay,
and Safo helps me put the things in.
yeah, I
Because
was
he's been
like,
doing it for years now. You know.
yeah, no, I was totally like, I think I'm gonna go with what's more expensive right now until I can have a tutorial session.
And that's why I keep doing things one step at a time, right? Like I
Mm,
finally figured out how to do this. I finally figured out how to do that, which is Mine does not look as professional as the StreamYard stuff does, but mine's also free.
Yeah, well, and I'm all about the free button, not the $44 a month button.
Yep,
I mean, oh my gosh. But
exactly.
yeah,
It's not like
you
I'm
guys have
charging
some
y'all to be
time.
on the site, you know what I mean? So it's you can deal with my cobbled together stuff. Um,
Stuff.
all right, so we're about time for the last sprint. I did want to get to though. Jan said when she was working, she got up at 3 a.m. to write at home, then drove to work. Don't think I could have gotten into my office at 6 a.m., but I did not really think about it. That office, not congenial to writing. Yeah, I don't think I could go to bed early enough to get up at 3.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
hopeful for
But I know
5.
there's some people who do. Some people like swear by it, like getting up at
Yeah.
3 and their writing hours are like 3 to 5. That would not
Yeah.
happen for me except for on days like today. And I hope today doesn't repeat itself because I'm
Right.
feeling that slide happening right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like it was fun for a day, but it's definitely not
Yeah.
sustainable.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Alicia will not be available the 20th and 22nd because those are family vacation days, but I'll write really early those days, like 6 a.m. Nice. Yeah, I have see that's 5 a.m. for us. There's no way. I want to get up at 5 so I can go, like I said, walk the dog, but there's no way I'll be sitting at my desk writing at that time. The but a lot of people do. There's all this whole early morning writers that do it. Um, Jan says it worked for me at the time, says the person who could not make it up at 7 a.m. today. Yeah, exactly, Jan. Come on, man. 7 a.m. sleeping in. Um, but yeah, so we shall see. I might keep working while I'm in Florida, but probably not because there's littles and we have to cook breakfast and dinner for them. So, yeah. All right. How rude. All right. Let me restart the timer. And here we go. Our last sprint of the morning. Make it
All
count.
right. Let's
Go.
do it.
And just like that, we did it. Yet another Monday of successful writing.
Whoop whoop.
And I've just described the illusion that's going on, and Fauna has her feet again, and now we're ready to go see the body. So I should be able to finish this chapter tomorrow, or at least get really dang close. How'd you do, Joy?
Very nice. Very good. Did very good. Moved through a chapter. Moving on to the next one after I take a nap.
That I understand. It's time for breakfast for me. I've been liking the breakfast after. Jan says, ta-da! Alicia says, have a safe trip to Florida. Well, I'm not leaving until Friday. So you got me for, what, 3 more days. So sorry, you're welcome. Which is good because the book I want to read on the beach in Florida is coming in tomorrow. It releases tomorrow. I should get it tomorrow. Because sometimes you can order on Amazon and they have like same day it releases. They'll get it to you. So
Nice.
I should have that tomorrow so I can read it on the beach, assuming we're going to have a lot of beach time because the weather looks like it's going to be poopy the whole time we're there. I leave one constantly raining place to go to another raining place. I don't know what to say. Jan did research mostly. Yep, that's also an important thing to do. And Alicia got little one breakfast and wrote 518 words. Ugh, you're amazing, Alicia. Nicely done. Nicely done. We are all awesome, just for the record. Let's see. Alicia is starting to change the way chapter 4 was originally. Nice. Yeah, I think you'll see as you keep writing and keep writing and keep writing, you learn how to write. It's just that simple. So both functionally and, grammatically, which for some reason I cannot spell discipline to save my life. I just can't do it. Do you have a word like that you just can't spell?
I have several. And it's getting better and better with my brain issues. Like it might be the one thing I'm really grateful for with the AI thing because it does catch a lot of my mistakes. Like when I transpose words, like I mean, like I wrote peckish the other night, but I wrote as like peakish or something, and I was like, seriously, I'm starting to do like I've always done that. But I'm doing it more and more and more, and I'm like, great, this isn't gonna. So,
Yeah, I don't know why I can't do it. Yeah, that's the one, Alicia. I cannot spell it. And I think you did spell it correctly. So nice job. Just show me up. Jan says, my current messy rough draft is resting in the drawer for now. Yeah, I get that. Florida is, well, it's already in hurricane season, quite frankly. So are we, right? We're in Houston, and our weather is not that different from Florida. It's just we don't have those beautiful beaches. But usually Florida, like it comes in even during the rainy season, right? Like it comes in. We lived there for a couple years, and it comes in and it rains in the afternoon and then it goes away, and that's it. And you expect that. Sometimes it'll storm really bad, but for like 15 minutes, and then it goes away, and you have sun all morning, all evening, right? And but no, it does not look like this is the look. This is not what we're in for, unfortunately. What part of Florida? East of Pensacola. So I think it's Miramar Beach. So. Oh, Paula came in to hit the like button. Hi, Paula. Good morning. And it's Joanna. So you were close. So close. I should put our names up, but like I said, this is not a professional production. There's only so much I can do at once. I would like to put our names up in the books too. So, but as we do this more, I just need to make sure because I'm using Ninjas. You see this, our size of our windows aren't even the same. I haven't figured out how to do that. But again, Ninja's also free, which Paula recommended to me, and it works great. So these are free, but I don't know how to do all the things yet. So one thing at a time, we'll get there. It's Joanna. Yep. There you go. You got it. Alicia says right now it's in the afternoon. It usually starts around 2 to 3 p.m. Okay. I mean, if that's just what it is, that would be great, but that's not what the weather says. So, but it might only be in the mornings. I don't know. We'll see. If it's not lightning, I'm going to the beach, just for the record. I don't care. The rain's not going to stop me. But the lightning will.
Do it.
The lightning will
Do
stop me.
it.
Hope you have fun no matter what the weather. Thanks, Jen. Alicia said used to live in Fort Walton Beach. Nice. Yeah, we were in Orlando, so right, it's a little different because that's about as inland as you can get with Florida because you can't get very much inland with Florida. And now in the Tampa area. Nice. We've never been to Tampa. We've never been like all the way down to Miami. We want to go to the Keys. I think that would be fun just to go visit. There you go. Paula says, oh, so close. Hi, Joanna. Yep. You were very close. Paula has a cheat sheet too where she'll put like people's names, like their avatar names and then their actual names. So
yeah,
very
I'm
smart
going to
about
get
that.
to that point where I'm going to need to do that. So.
Awesome. All right. So we just finished up. And Jan spent time as a child in St. Augustine. Oh, one of our fellow writers is in St. Augustine right now. So, yeah, right? The Keys would be fun. That would be really fun. All right, everyone. You are amazing. Thank you so much for our productive morning. And Joanna and I will be back tomorrow to bring more words in. And hopefully Joanna had a more healthy sleep cycle, but we'll find out.
To be continued.
Nice. I'm going to go eat breakfast.
Right.
Then if Paul is sprinting right now, which she might be, then I will probably go head over there. So thank you, everyone. And
See ya.
I'll see you tomorrow.